a full-out scrimmage for a week. So, again, going back to, thought again, winter was outstanding. Spring was really good. We stayed reasonably healthy through those periods. We did have a good class on paper. Added a couple good walk-ons. We got everybody back for the most part of our team, and the walk-ons. We got some better depth. When I say depth, we still need to be a lot better at every position. So like we're walking around just with all the answers and just excited and pleased everywhere. But there's a lot of guys that played, a lot of guys in year 3 or year 2 that have gotten stronger. Some of you guys had a chance. You saw Mark Hill; he'll be out. Those guys do an awesome job. And going back from when we started, when I was talking about being the coach here, my one quote, if I say I got to have something, it was I need commitment to the weight room, because May, June, and July, we're not allowed as coaches to be at those workouts at all. During the recruiting period, you can be there if you want to, but you're basically going recruiting. So those guys are spending more time with our kids than us. So again, Mark Hill, I think, is special. Will Peoples came with him. Both those guys were at Oklahoma. Will played. I thought we had good teams there, and it wasn't just always great talent tradition. We did a good job with Jerry Schmidt and his crowd of developing those guys. And I think if you watch us keep going, you're going to see guys getting stronger, getting faster, getting more mature. I think you've seen a little bit of practice, and hopefully it's going to translate into better play. You still got to go play. I know Coach Walker used to say all the time, we don't have a bench press competition on the 50-yard line. But the stronger you are, the more confident. We do have a speed-oriented staff. If you watch our team, we don't have a bunch of what I call very heavy, sloppy players. That's a lot of the way we train. But Mark Hill, Will Peoples, Rick Dannison, who's been here, had an experience with the Bengals. I think a quality guy. Lionel Anderson's been with us in his 4th year, and then Deontay Mack, a former player. You got O-line guys, D-line guys, tight end guys, skill guys. It's a diverse group that can relate to those players. And I think we had a good summer. So if you guys want something to peek on, because we're not allowed to be there, but maybe ask some of the players or some of the coaches about what goes on in summer, because again, a lot of games were won and lost without the coach being there and where they start at. And I think we're starting at a higher point. We have a long way to go. We're not close to what it needs to be. So anyway, like the way things, I think we came back in very, very good shape. You can tell, I think, looking at us, we are bigger. I think the strength numbers are stronger. We haven't maxed out since I've been here. I'm not supposed to know the numbers from summer workout, because then it makes it not voluntary. But when you're sitting there looking at guys that weighed 268 last year, now they're 295, they've got a little bit. Shoot one of our Mr. Fisher like this. Our one punter, Mr. Campos, I think went from a 225 bench of 1 to maybe 9 or 10. Now he's all piped up and got a little swag. So I got the punting out right away just for you, Fish. His bench press looks good. So anyway, a lot of guys are back. Things like summer's been good. Now, we've had 4 days. It's off to a pretty good start, but we hadn't done a whole lot. In the first 2 days with helmets, we've yet to really cut it loose and go. We're trying to work the young guys in, and we're trying to get, taking weightlifting and track, which is what the summer is, and you do summer ball, but it's different when you really get into playing with pads and how to play fast with pads, how to play fast when you're getting hit. A lot of guys play fast when there's no contact. When the pads get on, do they still play at that same speed? And as coverages adjust and guys tweak things, do they play at the same speed? So it's so early camp to say we're doing good. In my opinion, it's okay, but it needs to be a lot better, because I think our standard needs to be where this team can practice at a consistent high level. We've got a lot of depth, a lot of guys back, and we're healthy. Roster updates, we talked about those quickly the other day. I have gotten notification that our one guy, Daryl Chestnut, is going to be in a similar situation to Taj. So he will not be here for the fall. In our plan, we're looking at the choices and trying to get him as a mid-year. And so that means instead we'll replace him with another walk-on. That will give us 6 walk-on spots that we will reward with scholarships here probably about a week and a half from now. So next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll go through the scrimmage. And we've got some pretty, again, to me, we've got 12, 14, 15 walk-ons that are special team and 2 deep that help us still. And so the unfortunate Daryl, but at the same time, we did sign 3 backs. If you've seen us, Lorraine looks very fast. We got the other animals back. And those 2 guys moving forward, Taj and Darrell, the plan will be to try to get their situations, and they're very close, where they're officially eligible, where they would start in January. And then what I can do right now is use their space for a walk-home. When our mid-year players graduate and move on, we can replace. And in the scholarship world, they still are part of last year's 23, and we can still go sign forward. So it doesn't take an initial scholarship away. So anyway, we talked about Chase Hubler, who about 10 days ago had some irritation coming off an injury. Said he thought things were great, and and maybe, I don't know if we came back too soon or just the way he's made, but has a stress fracture that will be operated on, and probably typically that'll take pushing 4 months. So that maybe basically shoots his year. We are lucky in that signing 4, the JC guys, with Funderburk being here mid-year. There's a lot more depth, a lot of guys coming back, and we played last year without Chase the bulk of the year. So it's really unfortunate more for him than us, because I think our team's getting, again, when I'm talking about depth, it's not injury. The depth is for competition and guys fighting to get on the field. So again, there's more guys, and to me, he's a good kid, 4th-year kid, a good dude, good student. You want him to